Hi friends, welcome to physics class. Myself, I am D. Kishore, lecturer in physics from Government Degree College for Women, Siddipet. Today we are going to discuss a very important topic, that is nuclear physics. This topic belongs to BSc Physics, third year in sixth semester. Okay, so in this video we are going to learn some basic things, basic terms of nuclear physics or atomic nucleus. Okay, so here we are shown that. So now what we are going to discuss now, what we are going to learn now, they are, so first one, important nomenclature and ideas of nuclear physics. Discovery of the neutron, nuclear properties, the deuteron, nuclear forces, and finally nuclear stability. So these terms, these topics, now we are going to discuss. Okay, so now coming to introduction. Generally, the atomic number. So the atomic number will be indicated with Z. So what is atomic number? Sometimes it is also called as the charge number, which equals the number of protons in the nucleus. So atomic number will be indicates the number of protons in the nucleus. Next, the neutron number will indicate with the capital N, which equals the number of neutrons in the nucleus. Okay, and finally the mass number, that which equals the number of nucleons. So what is meant by nucleons? So nucleons means the number of neutrons and protons in the nucleus. So the total number of proton and neutrons is also called as nucleons. So the total nucleus, the number of nucleons will be indicates the mass number. Okay, so this is the fundamental thing which we all, as we know that all in fundamentals and before using, that means in inter and 10th we are already learned these terms. So next, coming to the isotopes of an element have the same Z value but different N and A values. So what is isotopes? So isotopes of an element means it has the same number of Z value, means same atomic number, and different N and A means different neutron numbers and different mass number. So they are called as isotopes. The natural abundance of isotopes can differ substantially. For example, carbon 611, carbon 612, carbon 613, and carbon 614 are four isotopes of carbon. So carbon have four isotopes that we are shown here. The natural abundance of the carbon 612 isotope is about 98.9%, whereas that of the carbon 613 isotope is only about 1.1%. Some isotopes do not occur naturally but can be produced in the laboratory through nuclear reactions. Generally, all isotopes will not be occur naturally. Only some isotopes only occurs naturally. So see here, some isotopes do not occur naturally. So that means they do not form naturally, but we can produce it in the laboratory through nuclear reactions. Even the simplest element, hydrogen, has isotopes 1 hydrogen 1 that is hydrium. The ordinary hydrogen nucleus 1H2, that is hydrogen. So deuterium 1H2 means deuterium, and tritium, so 1H3. So we have two isotopes. Hydrogen have two isotopes, that is hydrium, deuterium, and tritium. It means three have. So here we are shown A is equal to Z plus N. So what is A? We know that is the mass number. That will be equal to the sum of atomic number and sum of neutron number. So that means we are written here A is equal to Z plus N. Okay. See here atomic symbol, as Z is the ordering principle of the periodic table of the elements, it is often dropped. So A is equal to Z plus N. So that it's okay. So next we have one equation. See here, helium 24 plus beryllium 49. It gives carbon 612 and one neutron. Here A and Z conserved in nuclear reactions. So what here saying means, so I will explain here. See here, generally helium and beryllium, so it has 2 plus 4, that means 6 number of atomic number, atomic mass number. And see here 4 plus 9, so 4 plus 9 means 13. So it have 13 of Z value. Okay, and see here, so here, so Z value means 12 plus 1 13, and atomic mass number will be same both sides. So that's why A and Z conserved in nuclear. That means it will be equal number of atomic mass number both sides, and it will be equal to the Z values on both sides. Okay, so that is atomic number also same. Okay, coming to next. So generally here we are shown that masses of proton, neutron and electron in various units. Suppose see here we have to know the mass of the proton, neutron, electron. These are the fundamental terms and things which we have to know. So generally the mass of the, so I will show with the pen. See here, this is the mass of the proton, that is 1.67 to 623 into 10 minus 27, and this is the mass of the neutron 1.674 to 929 into 10 power of minus 27, same. And later the mass of the electron, that is 9.109390 into 10 power minus 31 kg. So this is the fundamental things we have to know, that proton and neutron electron masses. So see, and next table, mass, spin, that and also magnetic moment. Okay, so here we are shown that particle, proton, neutron, electron, and the mass of the proton and mass of the neutron and electron also showed, and spin, both all three terms, spin will be 1/2, and magnetic moment will be vary. So see here we are shown in table, and you see the figure, a nucleus can be modeled modeled as a cluster of tightly packed spheres, each of which is a nucleon. The nuclear density is approximately 2.3 into 10 to the power 4 times as great as the density of water. Okay, so these are the fundamental things, and here we are shown another formula. R is equal to R naught into A power 1 by 3. This is very important. So A means atomic mass number, R means nucleus, R naught is the constant value. Okay, so by using of this formula we can find the radius of a nucleus, which if A value know, then we have to we can find the capital smaller value. Smaller means radius of the that nucleus. Okay, so coming to next page, see here. So protons have same mass and spin as electron but positive charge. See, so this is a photographic plate and radioactive source and lead. So we know that this process is called radioactivity. So some here 1 second, I will show with the pen. See here. So lead, in that lead we have, and it is also called a radioactive source. So when the radioactive source is kept at outside, it will be decay by emitting of different particles. So that means alpha, gamma and electron. So these are the particles, and here we are shown a photographic plate that will be seen in a photographic plate also. So the radiation from a radioactive source can be separated into three components through the use of a magnetic field to deflect the charged particles. The photographic plate at the right records the events. The gamma ray is not deflected by the magnetic field. The electron and positive electron, see here, are also called beta radiation. Okay, so these are the rays, particles will be emitted from this radioactive source. Okay, so now coming to the discovery of the neutron. So who discovered the neutron? So Rutherford proposed the atomic structure with the massive nucleus in 1911. So firstly, Rutherford proposed the atomic structure generally with the massive nucleus in 1911. The nucleus was known only in 1932. There is three reasons why electrons cannot exist within the nucleus. So first one, nuclear size. The uncertainty principle puts a lower limit on its kinetic energy, that is much larger than any kinetic energy observed for an electron emitted from nuclei. It's actually the result of beta decay. Okay, coming to next point, nuclear spin. If a deuterium nucleus were to consist of protons and electrons, the deuterium must contain 2 protons and 1 electron. A nucleus composed of 3 fermions must result in a half integral spin, but it has been measured to be 1. So no electrons can possible in the nucleus, but they apparently come out of a certain nuclei. So coming to third point, nuclear magnetic moment. The magnetic moment of an electron is over 1000 times larger than that of a proton. The measured nuclear magnetic moments are on the same order of magnitude as the protons. So an electron cannot be a part of the nucleus. Okay, these are the 3 points which will be explained, so that the electron doesn't exist in the nucleus. Okay, so in 1930 the German physicist Bothe and Becker used a radioactive polonium source that emitted alpha particles. When these alpha particles bombarded beryllium, the radiation penetrated several centimeters of lead but was readily absorbed by paraffin wax. See here we are shown that so this is the polonium source and this is the beryllium foil and this is the lead foil. So here unknown radiation can penetrate lead. So unknown radiation will be observed by paraffin wax. Okay, so and we have another reaction, hydrogen with beryllium. Coming to the discovery of the Newton again. In 1932, Chadwick, so he is the main person, Chadwick proposed that the new radiation produced by the considered of neutrons. His experimental data estimated the neutrons mass and somewhere between 1.005 U, that is units, and 1.008 U, not far from the modern value of 1.0087 unit. The electromagnetic radiations, that means photons, not protons, it photons. So that's why you are called as electromagnetic radiations, are called gamma rays, which have energies on the order of MeV, that is mega electron volt. Curie and Joliet performed several measurements to study penetrating high energy gamma rays. There are also electrons called as positrons and positrons also emerging from atoms, beta rays, but they are not constituents of the nucleus themselves. So coming to the nuclear properties, this is a very important thing. So nuclear properties, first point, see, the symbol of an atomic nucleus is XAZ, where Z is the atomic number, that means number of protons have in the nucleus. Capital N is the neutrons numbers, that means number of neutrons present in the nucleus. Capital A means the total number of protons and neutrons will be indicated with the mass number. So what is X? X means that a unknown chemical, that is a chemical element symbol. Any chemical element symbol we can represent with X. So each nuclear species with a given Z and capital A is called as a nuclide. Z characterizes a chemical element. Z characterizes a chemical element. The dependence of the chemical properties of capital N is negligible. Certain physical properties, example, thermal expansion, show measurable differences due to isotope effects. Nuclides with the same neutron number are called isotones and the same value of capital A are called isobars. So again, after that isotopes we have to know isotones and isobars. Isotones means a nuclides with the same number of neutron are called isotones, and the nuclides with the same number of atomic mass number capital A are called isobars. Okay, so coming to again nuclear properties, the nuclear charge is plus E times the number Z of protons. That's why the charge of the nucleus will be indicated with plus ZE. In that E is the charge, nuclear charge, and Z means the number of protons. Next, coming to the property hydrogens isotopes. You know that deuterium, tritium, you know that. So heavy hydrogen has a neutron as well as a proton in its nucleus. So deuterium means a nucleus that have one proton and one nucleon, that is called as deuterium. And tritium means it has two neutrons and one proton, and it is a radioactive, about 40 tons on earth. The nuclei of the deuterium and tritium atoms are called deuterons and tritons. Tritons. Atoms with the same Z but different mass number are called as, that isotopes. Sizes and shapes of nuclei. Rutherford concluded that the range of the nuclear force must be less than about 10 to the power of minus 14 meter. Assume that nuclei are spheres of radius capital. So particles, that means electrons, protons, neutrons and alphas, alpha particles, scatter when projected close to the nucleus. The nuclear force is often also called as strong force. There is no simple closed form equation for this force, so we don't have a simple potential energy function that we could put into the Schrodinger equation. But quantum mechanics reasons supreme in the nuclear realm as well. Sizes and shapes of nuclei. The nuclear radius may be approximated to be R is equal to R naught into A power 1 by 3. So very very important formula. We are just now beginning of this PPT. We are discussed about this formula. So capital R means the radius of the nucleus. Capital A means the number of mass number of the nucleus. So we are R is and small r naught is the constant. That value will be equally equal to the 1.2 into 10 to the power minus 15 meters. So by using of this formula, we can find the either capital R, either capital A. So which we know that if we know the capital R value, we can find the A value. If we know the capital A value, we can find the capital R, that is radius of the nucleus. So we use the femtometer with 1 Fermi is equal to 24 minus 15 meter or the Fermi. Fm is Fermi. Okay, so Fermi is very important. So Fermi means 10 to the power minus 15 meter. And also here intrinsic magnetic moment. The proton's intrinsic magnetic moment points in the same direction as its intrinsic spin angular momentum, as it is positive. Nuclear magnetic moments are measured in units of the nuclear magneton. So that's very important formula. Mu n is equal to E h cut by 2 mp. E means charge. H cut means that is a h by 2 pi, that is a Planck constant value. mp means the mass of the proton. So the divisor in calculating mu n means that is magnetic moment of the nucleus is the proton mass mp, which makes the nuclear magneton 1836 times smaller than the Bohr magneton of the electron. The proton magnetic moment, the proton magnetic moment is, that is mu p is equal to, that is nearly equal to 2.7 and mu n, that is Bohr magneton and Newton. The magnetic moment of the electron is mu e, that value will be is equal to minus 1.00116 mu b. The neutron magnetic moment mu n is equal to 1.91 mu n. The non-zero neutron magnetic moment implies that the neutron has negative and positive internal charge components. So complex internal charge distribution just like the proton. So here we are shown that relative cross section versus square of energy. So, see, a deep electron scattering from proton. It also called as inelastic scattering. So a few muons which has the minus 1e charge and off spin are created from the energy in the inelastic collision and the release of nuclear binding energy, which gets converted into mass. Okay. Okay. So these are the topics behind the or fundamentals of the nuclear physics. Okay. So in our next class, in next PPT, we will discuss about properties of nucleus and the stability of nucleus. So what is again deuteron, what is the binding energy, and different nuclear models, that is liquid drop model, and also we have shell model also we have. So these are the fundamental and basic and very important topics in nuclear physics. So remaining topics will be discussed in our next PPT. Okay. Thank you everyone. Department of Physics, Government Degree College for Women, Siddipet.